Hey there, Mitch Ross, mitchross.ca. Today we're going to talk about, it's going to be sort of a double bonus issue or video, not issue. There's no issue, I swear. But a double bonus video on pedals and, musician on a budget. So a few years ago, I decided that I needed to have another fuzz pedal. I know there's a lot of companies out there making fuzz pedals, a lot of great fuzz pedals out there. I've always just been partial to the Big Muff. One big reason is the sound. The other big reason is it reminds me of life when I first started playing guitar in the 70s. And, you would look down at your feet and there'd be a big old hunk of a tin like this. And I just sort of like looking down and seeing a big old hunk of tin. So, at any rate, I went to a local store. They were the only ones in the town, in my city at the time, who sold Electro Harmonix gear. And the owner slash manager slash counter guy usually is very grumpy with me. So honestly, don't go in too often. He knows who he is. I don't need to mention his name. But I told him I wanted a Big Muff pedal, a Big Muff Pie, which is like one of the funniest names of a pedal ever. Anyways, and he said, well, all I've got is these two, and he had two used ones. One was $89, and this one was $79, and they both had a little bit of scratching in the paint, and a little bit of wear, up in here, down in here. That's not a big thing. That's not a deal killer. If it works, right? Because it's either it's scratched when you buy it or it's going to get scratched soon. So I said, well, what's the difference? And he said, well, the difference is this one's 89 and this one's 79. And I said, okay, so they look the same. What's the difference? And he said, well, he said this one here is missing a foot. At the time, it was only missing one of the feet. There's the foot. And it was only missing one. And I said, oh, well, it's missing one of the feet. And he goes, well, if it's that big of a deal for you, well, I'll give it to you for $65. I'm like, sold. Right? Because missing one little rubber thingy, and it's going to save me $14, an additional $14, because it was used. It was already cheaper. So I said, well, any idea how I can fix that? And he goes, well, it's not up to me to solve all your problems for you. I'm thinking like, well, other than saving me $14, you haven't solved me any problems, period. So here's what I'm going to do, because I'm assuming that other people are going to encounter people like this or get into this situation. Or maybe they buy a brand new Big Muff pedal and one of the feet falls off, just like they do on your several $1,000 Mac laptops, by the way. Here's a solution. No slip stoppers. These cost me $1.25 at Dollarama in Canada. And what they are is they're just little rubber stoppers. You just peel them off and put them back where you want them. Now, a lot of people use things like this for cupboards, kitchen cupboards, little planters or little vases or something you have on a desktop that you don't, or a table that you don't want to have sliding around. Now, the reason why you want these, and I should have showed you ahead of time, is because of the battery panel on the Big Muff Pie. It has a screw in it, and it will stick up, and it will won't let the pedal sit flush. Otherwise, I'd say just, tear this one off and let it sit flat, but you can't do that. So I just put these on, and voila, fixed. Doesn't move. Can hit that pedal, hit that button all the time. Goes on, goes off when it's plugged in, of course. And that's it. Simple fix. $1.25. Save me save me for an extra $14 on a used pedal, or a new to me pedal, as it were. And yeah, Big Muff Pie. Go check one out. Great pedals. That's it for me. Mitch Ross, mitchross.ca. You can follow me on my website, mitchross.ca. You can follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/mitchross.ca. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Patreon, I'm on Twitter. and I'm back on SoundCloud. So I will post up a whole bunch of links where you can find me. Please subscribe. That's a good way to help me keep doing these things, is to subscribe. Support me over on Patreon is another great way. And that's it for today. We will see you soon. Bye for now.